Good Sunday morning. Good morning, Bonnie Mitchell. Good morning, Simply Red. Nice to see you, Liza. What's up, everybody? Deborah Silvers. How are you? Is it Deborah? I've seen the name, and some say Deborah. I had a friend I have a friend whose name looks like Deborah, but she wants everybody to call her Deborah. Uh, but I don't know. How's everybody doing this morning? Good Sunday morning. I hope again a stormy evening, beautiful morning. It's kind of like a little breezy. Like, I don't know, we're going to have another storm today, but it's warm, but a little bit breezy out there this morning. I was able to go out comfortably and walk Kobe. But yeah, good morning, Kobe, says Bonnie Mitchell. Hey, Kobe's got came back in. I took him out this morning. He wanted to play. He used the bathroom, but I know after being out there for about 10 minutes, he peed, but he didn't poop. So came back in, and it wasn't about maybe half an hour later he starts that cry that I know means, oh, we got to go back out. So so he was able to. I'm like, see, you playing too much out there. You were playing and not paying attention to what you need to do. So now we got to make a second trip. So yeah, so we done been out twice this morning because he played the first time, this peed, and then kept playing and being nosy. And then when we came back in, he's up there like, ooh. I'm like, yep, I know you still got the number two. The Republican senators are dropping like flies. Wow, I gotta see what's going on. Then I hadn't kept up with that uh, so far, so I'm not sure what's going on. But what's happening, Liza? What's happening that they're dropping like flies? I know we're not too far from the midterm elections. I'm enjoying me a nice cup of coffee, my second cup of coffee. Oh man, what did I do with everything? Okay, so um, oh man. Okay, let me get my stuff together, guys. Okay, where is it? Anne Marie, time to go. There it is. Golly. Okay, I'm back. Uh, Hello in this service, God is. How are you? Hey, Lady D, how you doing? Hello, Talisa Clinton, how are you? Nice to see you guys. Willette Lee, hey, I got some names popping up in here I hadn't seen in a minute. It's so good to see you guys. It is so good to see you all this Sunday morning. How are you guys doing? How are you doing? Well, I came in this morning, got a few things that I wanted to do. I know I've been coming on some mornings with some morning exercises, affirmations, wake ups, and I got one for Sunday as well. And so we can get it going, even if we're still kind of sitting back and relaxing, getting ready for church, getting ready to prepare Sunday dinner, whatever you're about to do. We're just going to get the Sunday morning rocking right off to even a good start. So I want to talk. I'm so got up and in false start. Okay, in this service, God is. Well, I'm going to. Wait a minute. They won't admit it that Mitch is gone, but Lindsay died today. Wait a minute. Hold the hell up. Lindsey Graham? Hold up, hold up. Girl, back up. Cause Lindsey Graham is in South Carolina, Senator. Hold up. Because they gonna put this. He's been in the Senate so long. No, we're not. Exit. No, we're gonna do that. Why are you even in there? Hold up. What? Wait, y'all. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Okay, Bonnie Tyler died. Lindsey Graham passed away. Oh my God. Really? We're gonna have the flag at half mast. Um, what? Oh my God! He passed away, brief and sudden illness. 2 days after his birthday, Lindsey Graham dies at 71 after a brief and sudden illness. Wow, man, y'all. Wow. They indicated he was EMS audio later indicates CPR was in progress. While he went into a cardiac arrest at his Capitol home. Wow. Wow. Man. Man, that's whoo. Y'all, he's been around for a long, long time. Man, not to hear Lindsey Graham name. Yeah, they said cardiac arrest. Wow, yeah, I'm still saying prayers, man, because as Lindsey Graham has been a stable, so damn, wow, wow. Most definitely prayers to his family for their loss, man. I don't care, man. That man, I mean, though I didn't agree with his politics, he's still been here for a long time. Mitch is gone now. Mitch, yeah, Mitch. You know, they'll probably bring a doggone AI up for him. They'll probably put somebody in a mask for him and bring him up. Let's see. Well, Mitch probably has. I don't, you know, I believe Mitch is experiencing something mimicking. What is the disease that starts with a P? What is the Parkinson? Mitch may, because of his falling and his in his speech. I don't know about dementia, but Mitch may have been experiencing Parkinson disease. Over 32 years in politics, yeah. Mitch has something more mimicking, not saying that it is, but see, watching Mitch out here for a little while, stumbling, um, he looks something more like Parkinson. And like I said, I don't know, but his thing, um, but yeah, Lindsay's been out here for a long time, 32 years, half of my life. Wow. Wow. Mitch actually came back from Hong Kong and confirmed a couple days ago. Says Mitch, okay, now that's in his service. Let me see. Wow, y'all. Well, whatever happens, they're gonna. If Mitch is still with us, or he's still sick, if either he resigns, they could have a special election, or they can hold a seat open until November because he was planning to resign anyway, and they were already in the progress of looking for somebody to replace him. So either they'll keep his seat open, or have a special election in Kentucky. I didn't know she left him. They married a long time. Muted no sound. He's 84. Yeah, he's been there a long time as well. Damn, but Lindsey, man, Lindsey Graham. Yep, they're probably gonna now have a whole lot of things. An institution behind him. A half flag. The flag's gonna be flying at half mast. Um, I don't know if he's going to be in the rotunda or not. I don't think they allow people to be in the rotunda because I know after everybody else died, they say you have to have some type of special under under Trump. It has to be more than just being a senator or something to be in the rotunda to have the use of the rotunda for people to come do visitation. He was close to T. He's 84. Yeah, all of them were. Those were staunch supporters of Trump, and especially Lindsey. But Lindsey was scared of Trump. Lindsey was more afraid of Trump than anything because there were times when he just wanted to actually. He knew some of the things were kind of asinine, but whatever, in my opinion, whatever Lindsey had done or may have done, Trump had the information because Lindsey really and truly sometimes wanted to pipe up but couldn't. I'm tired of hearing about Lindsey passing already. It will be overkill. Yeah, but that's just it. They're going to. He has been out there for a long time. He's been a staple out there for a long time. And they're going to make a big deal out in South Carolina. You know that. We're going to have a Lindsey Graham holiday probably. I don't know. Trump might go ahead and make a holiday for him. I don't know. Declare a Lindsey holiday or a building or something. Most definitely, he's going to have something big for Graham. He definitely is. He's going to. He's definitely going to have something big for Lindsey Graham. You most best believe it. Lady D said, I'm already tired. But living here in South Carolina, Lady D, and I know you up there, and where you are. But this is going to be a big deal in South Carolina. It's. I have what is it called? I don't have the local news right now, but I know definitely it's going to be drowning out everything today. We're going to have something big here in South Carolina. So most definitely, excuse me, he is definitely going to be recognized. We're going to have either a college, an institution, a day, a holiday, Lindsey Graham Day. They're going to do something here in South Carolina to recognize Lindsey Graham. He just won his re-election, says Liza. Yep. So they're going to have something big for Lindsey here in South Carolina. You might as well get ready to see Lindsey Graham's name all over the place. That's where it's going to be. Yep. But we'll be all right in spite of. We will be okay. I'm just praying for his family. Lindsey Graham did his thing, but he's still, still a loss to somebody. Still somebody's, in spite of. In spite of. Yep. I'm pretty sure we're going to hear from Tim Scott. I'm pretty sure we're going to hear from Tim Scott pretty soon. Y'all know Tim Scott is another, I believe Tim Scott is another senator. Yeah, he's been out for a long time as well. From South Carolina. Lindsey spoke off both sides of his mouth. He condemned Trump, then turned around and praised Trump. That's definitely true, Lady D. He knew. But I always said, what Lindsay knew Trump wasn't right in all his decisions, but whatever kept him on a leash, something kept Lindsay on that leash, and a lot of them keep. Trump got a lot of them on the leash. Because when you have a person that has the capability of videotaping, keeping records, petty, because Trump is very petty. That's one thing, okay? Petty Betty. We can call Trump Petty Betty. Because that he is vindictive, petty, and they know it. And he will go to every extent to get revenge. So when you know who Trump is, this is why a lot of them sit on a leash, because he got a lot of them sitting on a leash and they can't really do, a lot of them believe in his stuff, but a lot of them know that are true conservatives, not the Tea Party conservative, not the Trump conservative. You have conservative, then you have the Trump conservative, then you have the Tea Party conservative. And the regular conservatives are on a leash, in my opinion. They're on a leash because Trump is petty, vindictive, and they've been in places where Trump has been, and Trump is one that has the information. He holds, this is a person that, you know, got information. He's definitely petty Betty. I like that. And he's definitely petty Betty. Hey, Tessa Hall, he's definitely petty. That is one petty, vindictive man, and he makes no bones about it. He'll tell you, I'm coming back for you. Petty Betty. That's exactly who Trump is. And they knew it, and they know it. So that's why Lindsay kept on a leash. As soon as Lindsay started talking on one side and maybe saying that I'm every last one of them, even the two ladies, Republicans, out of one is out of where? Sandra? No, I can't think of the three Republicans that always kind of stood up to Trump, but when it push to shove, when it came down to standing on their views, they back off. And these were three Republicans that always sat in the middle. They were like moderates, not. And as soon as the vote came down the line, they were very vocal against it. But when it was time to vote, they voted along the party line. I never liked Lindsay. I did at times like much. I did at one time like much. Like Mitch. Okay, you like Mitch at one time. Mitch was workable. That's who Biden was able to work with for a long time. Remember, Mitch and Biden rode together on the middle. Okay, Mitch and Biden were the ones in the middle, bipartisan, right? They were the ones that were able to come to the middle and take the information back and bring things together before everything went to separate things. Mitch and Biden worked closely together, and working things out between both parties. They were able to come to some type of negotiation, but after a while, after we got Trump in office, nobody could work together. Everything went split down the middle. So we saw the change in Mitch as well. So because they were able to work together at one time, they definitely were. Mitch and Biden was able to get a lot of things accomplished together, but time changed. He had a powerful voice for a small man. Wow. Yep. So, allowed to say light. Good morning, Tessa. I mean, is that T Hall? Good morning, T. Hey, Lois. Luis. Yes, he was stuck up the up Trump ass. He never married. He never married, and his sister passed away a while ago. Wow. He had a powerful voice. Yeah, so you talking about Lindsay, Lady D? I think Lindsay gave me a vibe that I can't. If you say it was Lindsay that was never married, Lindsay always gave me sort of a. I don't want to say, but Lindsay always gave me a kind of a. And nobody ever said it. Nobody ever mentioned it. But he did give me off a certain type of vibe. I'm not going to say it respectfully. But he always gave me a sort of vibe. You guys can read between the lines. I don't have to say it. No, but this is something he probably took with his grave to him. But and I believe that's what Trump knew, and Trump had some ideas and probably said, "You better sit down, buddy. You better pipe down." And that's why I think kept Lindsay on a leash, is that possible information that I cannot prove. This is just my opinion based on what I believe and his mannerism and everything else. And that's why I believe he was able to stay on the leash. And I don't know how they kept, you know, I've heard that before. Says I'm a whole vibe. Yeah, he always did give me that vibe. But again, I can't prove it. I'm not gonna say it. But he did give me that vibe. But and I think that's one of the things that may have kept him on a leash, kept him vocal in support, but also uh, because that's a hard thing to try to survive in the South, especially in politics. Um, but it is what it is. So my prayers out to Lindsay and his family, and like I said, yeah, he's still human. Wow, that's crazy. Oh man, so what else is going on this Sunday morning? Oh, I gotta turn my lights on. So a lot's going on in the world today. We talked about Lindsay, but I also wanted to um, talk about what's going on. Let me see where I put this thing at. I had it. I think I put it here. I'm back, y'all. So, his walls says Lady D. I heard for his walls, not Lady D. Um, well, that was things that I said. So let's see. Oh man, where is it? Don't be playing early this morning. Um, so I wanted to come in, and if anybody, we're going to kind of change it up a little bit, and then we're going to get back into it. Because I definitely came in this morning and wanted to invite everybody. I don't know how your Sunday morning is starting out. I hope everything is going well. I hope everybody's Sunday morning has been blessed and awesome so far. Whatever you're getting ready to do, I just wanted to start the morning with a fresh mind, fresh breathing, accepting that fresh breath this morning that we got this morning, because he didn't have to. So we woke up grateful and thankful that he allowed us to see another day, because trust me, we know somebody didn't get to see it some kind of way. They may have not woke up, or maybe have woke up in a different, out of mind, out of soul, and whatever else may be going on. So we're going to be thankful and grateful that we woke up this morning, sound mind, sound body, and breathing. So I just want to get that started this morning. So if you guys want to join me in this morning exercise, it's going to be a short one. It's going to be inhale and exhale instead of 3. It's going to just be an inhale and exhale. If you have a moment and you can sit down, or if you're at your desk or whatever, because some people are working this Sunday morning, some people are preparing to go to church, some people are getting ready to cook their dinner, some people are getting their kids together for whatever got prepared for this Sunday, some people are getting on the road, getting back home. So if you want to join me in this Yes, God is good. Amen. He always is. Trust me, never changing. Um, So we can get in this morning. So very simple. Just if you want to, if you're just standing and you just want to stand this morning, but you can still relax. Whatever position you find relaxing this morning, where you can stand with your spine in alignment, back straight, just also shoulders relaxed, feeling extremely relaxed, and um, yeah, just kind of relax a little bit, allowing yourself to relax and. So what we're going to do is inhale, I receive God's peace. Exhale, I release every burden. So once I do that, I'm going to do an inhale and then exhale. We're going to inhale for 3 seconds and then we're going to exhale for 6. Okay? No, we're going to exhale for, yeah, let's exhale for 5. Inhale for 3, exhale for 5. Okay? Inhale for 3, exhale for 5. You're going to inhale through your nose, and then you're going to exhale through your mouth, and you're going to blow it out. You're going to inhale, you're going to feel that air into your lungs, down into your belly, where you're going to feel your belly expand, and then exhale, releasing. Inhale, and then exhale, allowing the belly to relax, letting all the worries and fears and whatever you got going on out. Okay, so I'm gonna get started again. If you're willing, you can. If not, that's okay too. So we're gonna be comfortable. Relax your shoulders, relax your hands, allow your body to receive. Close your eyes if you want. And you're going to inhale through your nose deeply and gently, and then you're going to exhale through your mouth, blowing it out. Okay, so we're going to inhale God's peace. Inhale God's peace. 1, 2, 3. We're going to exhale. I release every burden. Exhale every burden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to inhale. I receive strength. 1, 2, 3. We're going to exhale. Let go of fear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to inhale. I receive purpose. 1, 2, 3. We're going to exhale. I walk into a new week with confidence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, inhale God's peace. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, I release every burden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, I receive strength. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, I release fear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, I receive a purpose. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, I walk into the week with confidence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? We're going to inhale one more time. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue breathing as you relax, assuming that eyes are closed, allowing that gentle breathe breath coming in and out. Observe the breath. Keep breathing. Allow yourself to relax. Allow yourself to just feel the moment. Allow yourself to acknowledge where you're feeling, where you are at this time. Allow yourself to feel and be present. Acknowledge where you are. Acknowledge the moment and be present. You can open your eyes. Relax. Continue breathing in and out. Find your normal breath, your normal rhythm. Okay. Hopefully some of you were able to participate in the exercise, breathing exercise this morning. So most definitely. I have a Sunday morning affirmation. I'll post this later today. I want to share with you all. And if you have any Sunday morning affirmations that you want to go ahead and post in the chat or say to yourself, you can start to do so at this time. Come up with something that you feel that you want to declare today. Declare and decree today. Say something that you want into your day. How you want to feel today. What are you feeling? How are you going to determine this day? So, if you have anything that you want to share with the uh, people here right now, with the people in the chat, go ahead and do so. Please share an affirmation, a thought, an encouragement as we get our day started. And as you do that, I'll go ahead and read this Sunday morning affirmation as well. Today is a gift. I wake up with gratitude, purpose, and expectation. I am not defined by last week. I am strengthened by it. God has already gone before me and is ordering my steps. My mind is clear, my heart is at peace, and my spirit is filled with hope. I will walk in wisdom, speak with kindness, and face every challenge with courage. Opportunities are coming. Doors will open at the right time, and I will not be moved by fear or doubt. Okay? So I'm going to read it one more time if anybody have anything that they want to share. And thank you guys for hitting the like button. I appreciate that 21 over 21. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I'll share it one more time. Today is a gift. I wake up with gratitude, purpose, and expectation. I am not defined by last week. I am strengthened by it. God has already gone before me and is ordering my steps. Amen. My mind is clear, my heart is at peace, and my spirit is filled with hope. I will walk in wisdom, speak with kindness, and face every challenge with courage. Opportunities are coming. Doors will open at the right time, and I will not be moved by fear or doubt. Amen. Amen. Thank you, T. Hall. So that's definitely. And also, I added some things called we declare and decree. And if you have your own things that you want to declare and decree, you can say what you want to say. But this is what I have for this morning. The week was I declare. Thank you, Tesla Clinton. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. Talisa sent a flower. Thank you so much. So, if you want to add in anything for yourself, you don't have. You can say it to yourself. You can share it with your. You can share it with the group. I have some things I'm going to share with Declare and Decree. This week will be filled with favor. I declare and decree that this week will be filled with favor. I declare and decree peace will guard our heart. Peace will guard our heart and minds. Peace will guard my heart and mind. I declare and decree peace will guard my heart and mind. I declare and decree strength will meet us in every challenge. I declare and decree strength will meet me in every challenge. I declare and decree our steps will be ordered by the Lord. I declare and decree my steps will be ordered by the Lord. We declare and decree we will choose faith over fear and purpose over worry. I declare and decree I will choose faith over fear and purpose over worry. I declare and decree we will move We are more than conquerors through Christ who loves us. Again, here we go. I declare and decree we are more than conquerors through Christ who loves us. So most definitely, I'll post these as well in my post on my wall. Um, so again, I appreciate you guys coming in this morning. And then I have this one verse that will hopefully lead us into this day. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding. And in all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Most definitely, amen. That's Proverbs uh, 35, 3, chapter 3, verse 5 through 6. Again, that's one of the another ones I stand on. Lean not into your own understanding. Good morning, Justice in chat. Hey, Blue Eyes. Sunday, I declare and decree anxiety and depression doesn't belong to me. Peace and joy will ever be mine. Amen. Amen. Again, liking that, I declare and decree anxiety and depression doesn't belong to me. Peace and joy shall forever be mine. Amen. Thank you for coming in, Blue Eye, and sharing that. Most definitely, declare and decree anxiety and worry and fear do not belong to me. Woo. T Hall says, hey, Blue. So, yeah. So we all, again, just moving, getting ready, being present today. So whatever you're doing today, enjoy today. Make today like it's your first day and last day, because nothing else is promised. Yesterday is gone. The next day is not here. So be in the moment today. Try to enjoy your moments, the little things in life, the little house, the little smiles. Um, Trying, appreciate the gifts that have been given to us as we move through our day. I got up this morning and everything, was grateful and thankful, had a cup of coffee, and so yeah, I'm just acknowledging and enjoying, the things that are present before you in this very moment. And so most definitely, thank you, Blue Eyes, for the flower. Thank you so much. So most definitely, thank you guys. I didn't set a goal, but I appreciate you guys coming in and just helping me with this channel. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank y'all so much. So yeah, this Sunday morning, wherever you're going, God got you in and out. So enjoy the day. Enjoy this Sunday morning. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, Blue Eyes. Thank you. I appreciate that. So as we get y'all, Blue Eye has a channel as well. Welcoming the new content creator on the block. Blue Eye, I called her Blue Eyes, y'all. She has her channel is on my wall. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I title it. I said check it out, but this is a new content creator. Charger to the game says partner. What's up? Charger to the game saying hey to her partner. And once again, Blue Eyes, thank you for the coins and the sparkles. Most definitely. Thank you guys for supporting this channel. Thank you so much. So as we get started, I hope everybody feels good. And if you're not feeling good, I hope you find a place today, uh, whatever can help you to the day. Just kind of breathe it in. Take a moment to breathe it in. Take a moment to be present. Take a walk outside. Enjoy whatever you can enjoy today. If not outside because of the weather, inside. Whatever makes you feel good, do it today. Be in control of what you can control, and those things that you cannot control, let it go. I know it's hard sometimes. Oh, we're not perfect. We pick it back up. But if we work on it, practice it, letting go, because it's still a practice for me. I'm in no way perfect. But I'm working toward trying not to be perfect, but trying to do what I need to do to be what is considered just right, just in His eyes, in God's eyes. Just trying to do what's right. And I'm working at it. Charlie says happy Blue Eyes said happy. Bluest Eyes says happy Sunday to charge it. So yes, most definitely, most definitely. I've been going on my Oculus. I've been going into the Oculus meta world. Um, And do you guys know you can watch? I don't know if you guys anybody has a VR because with my age right now, things on. I had this VR when my eyes were good. Was good. So look, trying to use the VR now with the eyes I have now. Let's see, now over five. What is it? Over 5 years now. I had this VR. My eyes are different now. So, but it's still fun. You can watch movies in it. Wishing everyone a blessed and positive day. Be at peace. Let go and let God. Thank you, T. Appreciate that. I truly appreciate the blessing exercise, the breathing exercise, Justice. No problem. No problem. I think I say breathing exercises is something that I will always, always encourage and remind myself at times because, man, sometimes it get to the point I breathe anything and people sometimes like, yeah, but I'm in a situation, you will hear me when I'm feeling like in a situation, I'm in a meeting or something, and it's just like, I'm like maybe irritated. Oh, them breathing exercise coming good. But you got to be quiet with them. But you can see, let me breathe here. Oh, Jesus. Give me strength. Let me move this. Mm. This cup of coffee is so good, y'all. So good. So good. Amen. T. Same to you, says Blue. Most definitely. Yeah, so most of the stuff still going on, y'all. I'm still thinking about Nolan Wales, and the stories, the most stories that are coming out with him. That family, um, is the same thing with Kamalo Anthony. The parents not getting answers, and Nolan Wales family, they are definitely seeking. And another thing that came out is they do have a recording of Nolan Wells, and they said it's his voice asking for his phone. The family, the parents recognize the voice as Nolan's. Friends recognize the voice as Nolan's voice, demanding somebody give him his F phone back. Now, so apparently the phone was off the boat because they said the phone. Well, not they. Reports were stating that the phone that the guys, everybody left their phones on the boat when they got off the island. Nobody. I don't see people just leaving their phones on the boat and walking away. I don't see teens at a party. Everybody leaves their phone on the boat and walks away. That's how Nolan. This is what is being said by the teens that with his friends are stating that they left their phones on the boat because when they got off the boat at Hope Island, what is that? Not Hope. It's not Hope Island. I forgot what it's called. Um, when they got off the boat, everybody left their phones on the boat. But now we have videos stating where we see or hear Nolan demanding somebody give him his freaking phone, and that's not the word that was used. Yeah, Horn Island. Thank you, Bly. So, what is happening? Mom knows that Nolan's phone has been wiped clean. They're going to get forensics. They're going to go ahead and get digital forensic done. They're going to go to Samsung and they're going to subpoena that phone, those phones, whatever, because it's kept. As low as people believe, they can subpoena. Now, the hardest people to subpoena for their phone is Apple. Apple has made it very hard for phones to be uh, cracked and everything. Y'all remember that case? I forgot what case it was when Apple fought not to open that phone because Apple phones are very secure. The one thing that Apple has is a very secure uh, platform for their phones. One of the best security is Apple on their phone. So if you got an Apple phone, you got one of the best security. You got a better security system than Android. And Apple was not always too excited to give people access to their phones privacy because they promised that to the customers. Apple's promised the customers that your phone cannot be cracked. that this cannot be done. So doing that case over 10 years ago, I believe it was over 10 years now, where they needed the phone to be open so they can get the information doing this for this crime. Apple challenged that all the way. I think they had to go, if I'm not correct, I can't remember the case. May have went to the Supreme Court to crack that phone because Apple wanted to protect the integrity of their company. Is that our phones will not be cracked? We will not give people access to your privacy. And so I'm not sure if he had an Apple or what, but the family is going to get the phone. The people that do the forensics with the phones, digital forensics, they're going to get that information to see what was wiped off those phones. Unfortunately, I don't know if they're going to be able to confiscate the phones that belong to the people that were on the beach, his friends, because that's going to take a warrant as well, to get their phones. The parent, whoever wiped their phones clean, they're going to need a warrant for each and every one of those phones. They can't go in those phones without a warrant. So that means the city or the city of wherever city they're from, they're going to have to get a warrant for each one of those kids to get access for their phones. But it's a lot of things that are in question. I think somebody also, they're questioning where was his body. I think the parents are asking when did he go into the water? Was he unalive somewhere else and then put into the water? Based on the timing of his body being found and where his body was found, they're asking right now, where did this incident take place? Did it take place somewhere else? Did it take place on the island? Did it take place on the boat? Did they take the body somewhere and dump it? So there's a lot of questions what's going on with Nolan Wells and how his body ended up where it did and the timing of it as well. But a lot of people have shut down and quiet. Social media has went silence with him as well when it comes to his friends and the friends' family. But we just keep prayers up for Nolan and his family as well, because it's just a sad situation, and they deserve answers and they deserve justice. If it's something that happened to Nolan that was foul play, they deserve to have the answers. Whether it's foul play or whether Nolan accidentally drowned, we don't know. The situation is suspect, but either way, the family deserve answers and deserve peace as well. So, yeah. So that's what's going on, guys. In the world today, you got Senator Lindsey Graham has passed away, former senator. Well, he was a current senator, so Senator Lindsey Graham has passed on. There's questions about Mitch. What's Mitch Conley? I got the right name, Mitch Conley, because I sometimes his question about his health, and so yeah, a lot of things to just kind of breathe in and breathe out in this Sunday morning. So how's everybody feeling this morning? I hope everybody, once you take an assessment of your day so far, your morning so far, check in on yourself. How are you feeling this morning? Kind of check in on yourself. Check in. Mitch McConnell. Yes, I said Conley. Mitch McConnell. Thank you. I don't know why I'm saying Conley from, but Mitch McConnell. I can. So question is about Mitch McConnell. I don't know why I'm saying Conley, but it's McConnell. Thank you, Kimberly McNeil. Mitch McConnell. Can't think about my brain sometime, but I declare and decree my brain is sound. I have a sound mind, body, and brain. Okay? I don't care. Age will play on you, but I declare and decree my body is sound, my mind is sound, and I have a whole sound mind, body, and soul. Okay? So thank you, Kimberly McNeil. So yeah, we just don't know. But these guys has been there for 30, 40 years. These are senators that have said, Mitch McConnell more than 40 years, I believe, has been in the Senate as well as a lot of them. And so, it's about those times are coming. And wow, wow. I don't know what this election is going to look like because I don't see any candidates really that is stepping up for me right now. Not that I'm going to vote, but as of this time right now, as of July, uh, I have not seen a candidate. You think they should be an age requirement? They talked about that for years, but in order to maintain, uh, I think it's so many years. Term limits that come up. Term limit is one of those things that I call the football of politics. Okay, abortion, term limits. Um, what is the other one? Abortion, term limits is another one that I call the football politics. I can't think of it right now. That and gun laws. Those are the three footballs of politics. These three topics keep things in play, right? Because we're never going to get an answer. Nobody's willing. People talk about term limits, but the power is too great. Not the money, the power, the power. The power of the men and having power to determine almost like the fate of what they think of other people of the country. They're not going to give that up. They talk about it as a political football to have something to talk about, but ain't nobody willing to go to term limits. I don't really believe it. It's not going to happen probably in my lifetime. You know, and they can't even change the Supreme Court to they're not willing to give term limits to the Supreme Court or even an age limit to the Supreme Court. They ain't about to do nothing else in the Senate or House of Representatives, so that ain't happening. And then, in my opinion, I don't think they're willing to give that up. Those are just political footballs to toss around during the political. Those are just political footballs to toss around during elections. Gun control, abortion, and term limits. I'm pretty sure there's a couple more, but they're not willing to. They're not willing to do anything. Nobody's about to give up their power. Mm-mm. Somebody been in office 50 years. What? Biden was in office more half a century, right? Biden was in office a half a century. Was Biden in office almost 50 years? Was it half a century for Biden? And I believe Mitch McConnell right behind him. Let me make sure. Anybody know if Biden was? Mm, and I mean total time in politics. But let me see how many years. Let me get it right quick. How many years have Biden served in office outside of being president? Let's see. I believe he had a half a century somewhere on the line, maybe for the total. Okay. Okay, no, he's not quite there yet. And he was close to it, y'all. 48 years. He spent 36 years as a U.S. Senator from Delaware. He spent 8 years as a Vice President of the United States. Okay? To include his presidency, 48 years. 48 years. That's almost a half a century in politics. Did you also speak on women's rights? They talked about last two to get the women's vote. Did you did you also speak on women's rights? They talk about that to get the women. Yeah, um, I haven't spoke on that yet, but oh man, it's so hard to say because when I look at women in politics, especially along the voting lines, mm, I gotta. I just don't We got some strong ladies out here, and the ladies that we have out here now speaking, like, uh, and you may not agree with her, with some of them. We have the girl out of she's out of Texas. Is she out of Texas? She speaks up. The young lady out of New York. We don't have a lot of females like them out here. We don't have a lot of females like a what's her name? A something. I can't think of her name. The young lady out of the young representative out of Texas and New York. Those two are very vocal, extremely vocal. And we have a few more, but they've been backed down. They've been scared off. Like, you have to be willing to go the length and not be taken and not be afraid once they start to crank down on you. I can't think of her name. Jasmine Crockett out of Texas. Very vocal. She's been try. They have threatened her, tried to intimidate her, but she doesn't back down. Also, AC out of New York, very vocal, threatened her, and she hasn't backed down yet. And I don't see too many more. We've had some that tried, but once they tighten it down and threaten them with all types of situations, they get kind of quiet. I can't think of her name. Yeah, they get kind of quiet. With I haven't heard anything from the Samoan. What's the one that Trump attacks her family all the time? And then she got attacked on stage and knuckled up and was about to beat that boy behind that threw that stuff in her face. She's a Samoan, and Trump has been going after her and her family. What's her name? Y'all know what I'm talking about? She's gotten quiet. I hadn't heard a lot from her. Maybe I hadn't been looking, but I haven't heard a lot from her since she got attacked. Y'all know who I'm talking about? She's out of. Is she out of Minnesota or Michigan? Is she out of Michigan or Minnesota? She's either out of Michigan. She's out of one of the states that start with the M. I think it could be It might be. It's either Minnesota or Michigan, if I'm correct. She's a Somalian who's Trump and has been going after her family, trying to get her deported. Even though she was born here, even though she's an American citizen, because they're trying to go through birthrights, and that's one of the things that they're trying to mess with, is trying to get people through birthright. They're trying to change the birthright status, right, and denying people rights that came here through birthrights, right. That is, if you were born here, you are a citizen. For how many years people have come here, that have been born here and they become automatic citizens. They're trying to change the laws on that as well. I think the Supreme Court knocked it down, and now another senator or representative have introduced another bill trying to circumvent what the Supreme Court has dismissed during Trump's birthright as well. Yeah, so she has quiet down, and I'm not sure if they have done something where I just hadn't heard from her in a while since she was attacked. Let me see if I can get her name. The Samoan, I hope I'm saying it right. Hold up for a minute, y'all. The Samoan representative that was attacked, and Trump has threatened to remove family. Let's see. Omar. I'll hand Omar. There you go. You got it, Blue Eye. You got it. Alan Omar. That is the one. You're right. Where is she out of? She is from. Yeah. Where is she from? Michigan or Minnesota? Do I have it right? because I hadn't heard from her since she was attacked. Minnesota. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Vivian. She's out of Minnesota. Um, so she's gotten quiet, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because when you are under threat, and he has been attacking, y'all know he has a big thing of trying to destroy the Samoan community at all costs, and making sure that they don't come into this country, causing conflict over in their country, introducing, doing things uh, that will the things that he's doing to the Samoans are the country, their country, not only over here but over there as well, and trying to get their rights and trying to destroy their communities, trying to destroy their business, uh, changing laws that are being passed, executive orders that are being passed is directly impacting the state of Minnesota because he's mad at the Samoans. So he's had tried to cut off all types of benefits, all types of federal assistance because of the Samoans and blaming them for whatever. In but that is the petty Betty in him because of Omar's voicing out at him, especially during the election time where she stood in the audience and heckled him. She's more likely allowed fear of his power to silence her. She more than likely allowed fear of his power to. Yeah, she could, she could have taken a seat back because something may have happened. They were striking at the Samoan community so they were going bad that they may have asked her to even kind of, you know, and I hate that happened because she's such a strong voice. She heckled him. Anytime she was inside the chambers and he was speaking, she would call him out on things, especially during the times where the ICE was in their state causing all kind of issues. She was the voice that was like, no, you're hurting American citizens. Actually not you're actually, she told him in yelling out the chambers that you were killing American citizens. And I'm not sure how that strike. And ever since then, and ever since they showed her that they could get to her, when they outright went on stage, this wasn't something that they snuck. This person actually walked up on stage, was able to get to her and throw something in her face. Now, luckily, it wasn't something that could have killed her or anything else, but I think that was something to let her know we will come for you even in public, right? Um, because that was an outright attack. All her security around her, this man was able to get in the audience with something in a vial or some type and sprayed in her face. Now, unlike most people that may have would fall into the floor and run, she bared knuckles up and went for him, and they had to grab her because she went for him. She didn't turn and run. She didn't hit the ground. As soon as he sprayed, she retaliated. She was about to whip his behind, and they got him up out of there. And then she went back to continuing her speech and letting them know, you will not stop me. But ever since then, and I don't know if anybody else have heard from her since then, because the attack is not only on her, the community in the United States, but also the her home state, her home country as well. Well, she's an American citizen. She was born here, but the country where her family came from, they're actually doing stuff over there as well, and so she may have had to take a step back, unfortunately. And maybe she's regrouping. She was about that life. Yeah, she was about that life. She was letting them know, hey, coffee, no cream, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, she was letting them know, hey, I go straight to knuckles. She went straight to putting them hands up, man. So they had to grab her. She forgot. She's just like, hell no. They had to get him off the stage because she was going in. Um, yeah, she was nothing but, sometimes I don't know. The Samoan community could have asked her to back down as well, so they can have a room to breathe because they were under full attack in the community. So they may have asked her also to. You'll be surprised when when people are on full attack, they have to start to do something to protect. Because when you're coming out of the full right attack, she may have had to step down, not to protect herself, but also to protect her community. Right? Unfortunately, and this made what she had to do, and you have to do. Um, uh, patriarchy and power unfortunately stands. I hope I said that right. Yeah, and she may had to stand down to protect her community. You know, she may have had to make the decision that was for the greater good of the community, and that is to protect her family and her friends and her community. And can you blame her? Can you blame her? Especially if you don't have the support of the people you probably really need to. You know, if people are not supporting, if you only have a group of people supporting you and not everybody's coming to your defense, right? And you feel alone, so you may have to step down for the greater good and protect your community. And that's probably what she did. And I wouldn't blame her. I would want to fight for something, but if I have to do something for the greater good, and that's protect my community, my family, you know, because who's willing to die for something nobody else is willing to stand for you as well? How many people are actually standing for her? How many people are actually supporting her? How many people are actually voting to stop the madness? And how many people are actually voting to help stop the madness and the attack on her family? And you can't go out there. You want to help everybody, but at some point, you have to, um, at some point, you may have to protect the home front. And you're not a coward. You just have to make a decision like, hey guys, you know what? I've been out here, I've been standing, I've been shouting, but at this point, I need to protect my family, my community, and if I'm not getting the support of all the people that I'm speaking for and trying to speak for, and everybody's quiet and nobody's voting, and I'm out here, all guns up, excuse me, not all guns. I'm out here fighting, putting my neck on the line, and when it's time to come to vote, you guys don't come out and vote. Why am I going to keep doing it? Hello, Justin Chat. Let's just returning from church. Okay, grateful too. Thank you for coming in. I hope you had a good experience at church today. Good morning, Blue Eyes says to Grateful. Yeah, so maybe she just had to make the better choice. I mean, the choice that is to protect her family, because you don't want to keep coming out here trying to put your neck on the line, and you got your neck on the line, and when it's time to show that support, nobody shows up. That gonna make you think, right? That gonna make you think. Politics, especially when the attack is directly at your friend. Now, Jasmine Crockett, and she's a different type of a beast. They're not gonna shut her down. You know, they're not gonna shut her down. I think she's like hell, all in. She's all in. So I don't know. Jasmine is all in. I'm saying heck with it. I'm just going for it. I'm going for it. So Jasmine's like, I'm all in for this. Mm-mm. there's another there's another guy that's speaking out as well. I can't think of his name. Um, Thank you, Granny K, for the favor for the floating heart. Thank you. Yeah, so Jasmine is all in. Jasmine Crockett is all in. She's like, hell with it. Good morning, everybody. Forgot to speak earlier. Kimberly says, good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming in, Kim. So, yeah, thank you for coming in, Granny K, Party Favors. Thank you for the support as well. So, everybody's here. So, yeah, so we come into midterm elections, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. I think, yeah. You see, I don't see anybody yet that stands out for me in my state yet, and I don't see anything out there yet. Any candidate yet that's standing out. It's like it's hell. Are we even going to have an midterm elections? Because they're working. He has been working, trying to. We know that. We know that the laws that have been passed recently will lower representation in many states, right? Because they had the opportunity to gerrymander and do party lines. So there definitely been some Jim Crow going on, activity going on. So representation from many states will not be the same because of gerrymandering and uh, and the Jim Crow laws that have been state reinstated on that these votes may not appear. But again, it's still you can still overcome by going out to vote. I mean, just because the discouragement, I don't want to. Hopefully, people don't get discouraged because of what we saw, right? What we heard, because that is part of Jim Crow is discouraging people, making them feel that their voice won't count, making them feel defeated, right? Putting obstacles in ways so people were like, well, I ain't got to go through all this shit happening anyway. Why should I vote? That's the attitude that they're hoping that most people are hoping to cause. That you don't care enough, that you do feel defeated, that you feel that your vote won't count no matter what they're doing. Your vote will still count. As if we get to that defeatist attitude for the rest of our career, we're going to have a problem going forward. If we take on the defeatist attitude right now of because of gerrymandering, because of the changes in the laws, if we stop voting and we take the back seat of I don't care, they're going to do what they're going to do anyway. What matters? My vote don't count. I've already lost this. I've got they took away this. That is the position if you take that will set this tone for our world, our United States for the rest for another 10 to 15 years, right? If you take the attitude that your vote don't count because of everything that you're experiencing or we have experienced in the past 2 years, that is the win right there. That is the win. That is how people are going to win based on how you respond to what we see. If you start to say my vote don't count, please understand not only will you feel the impact, but your children and your grandchildren will feel the impact of not voting in this year election and in the next couple elections to come. The impact will follow us for the next 10 to 15, maybe 20 years. I will still vote, though, says Coffee No Cream. Jasmine's fight is deeply rooted. She fights for the culture in marginalized communities unapologetically. I love that blue eye. Most definitely. We have it bad in Virginia. We voted, but it didn't count. It's discouraging, and most definitely, and that is where that's what the attitude wants to create, discouragement. Because if you are discouraged from voting and you take that and it starts to seed into your mind, into your heart that you don't count anymore, and this is the planting of the seeds right now. Okay? This is called where the seeds are being planted. And once those seeds are being planted in the communities like Virginia, states like Virginia, Alabama, Mississippi, and through these southern states, and what other states up north or maybe out west, once these seeds are started to be planted that you are not, your voice don't count anymore, we're taking away your representation. Remember, this stuff can be uprooted and changed. But the moment they see discouragement and the numbers go down, we've lost. Your work, whatever you thinking, whatever you represent was gone. Because it starts with the seed. And the seed is discouragement. I no longer have a voice. Okay? Kobe agrees. I think that's the dog's name. Kobe. Yeah, Kobe, Kimberly. Kobe. Colby. Cobly. Kobe. Yes, I was thinking the same thing, Blue Eye. Jasmine, this is definitely fighting for the culture as well. I definitely agree with you, Blue Eyes. Um, and that's the seed that is planted. And that's the seed we can't allow to grow and nurture. Because if you start to believe like that, these younger kids are already feeling it already, and they're starting already to believe. Now, we do have young people that are trying to set some things up, but if the overall baby boomers and anybody after us, if y'all start to accept that attitude, defeatist attitude, this is the setup for the next 20 years. We cannot accept a defeatist attitude. You got to still get out here and vote. You got to find a way to still be represented, even in your local elections, federal elections, everything, local, running for school, whatever. If you got school board elections, if you got dole catcher elections, you got judges election, you still can have an impact on the lower levels. I'm sorry. Yep, I was thinking the same thing. I blew out. No, you okay, Kimberly? You okay? Um, you ain't gotta be sorry for saying this name wrong. We're good, but but it's Kobe. So yeah, and like I said, we have to maintain a voice and not get discouraged, because that is the impact. That is what is attempting to happen, and yes, it starts at the local level. Thank you, Blue Eye. If you can maintain the local levels, because that's exactly where the impact is coming from. This is where most of your taxes and most of your ordinance and most of your local laws and the things that impact your children and you directly comes from the local level, the state level. Things that are impacting you immediately, state and local levels. And if you start to sit down on, you go to vote for the head of the state, United States, that's just the picture. That's just the, you know, he has an impact. But when it trickles down to the state and local, and like for instance, out of Illinois, he keeps Illinois, Governor Governor Pritchard, he's a fighter for Illinois. And then the people, then the government in Illinois, they fight for as well. Local government in Illinois, they fight as well, even though sometimes you can't trust them. But you got to keep it at the local level and the state level. You got to keep going. You got to look at the ordinances. You got to look at the laws. You got to look at those things that are coming up on the ballot that can impact you. And so once you start to sit down and you don't have a voice, yes. So most definitely we got to keep it up. We got to keep voting. I'm not going to allow, um, especially in the southern states, all the changes. You can't give up. Once you sit down and you decide that I don't have a vote, I don't have to vote anymore, I don't care. If you think we hadn't gone back 15 years, wait till you get the other 30 years. Okay? If you think we hadn't gone back at least 20 years, wait till the other 30 years show up within the next year or two. Okay? So, yeah. And it starts just like little things like we see right now happening. Just the little crime things that we're seeing happening. The little people that are being released and given pardons and stuff like that. And it's just showing us that, hey, you know, we look at civil rights and we look at uh, these laws that are with diversity, inclusion, and we just look like these DI laws and stuff that'll change. Our voice, slowly but surely, things are going to be taken away where you don't have as many rights, but we can still change it. It's still, as long as we keep our voice and they know they're still alive out here. There's people still alive. People still care. I don't care. People still care. People still want to vote. People still want to be heard. And I hope we keep that. I hope we keep that drive. And at least still continue to vote in your local and state elections and stuff like that, because the impact is direct. Um, and definitely voting on your judges as well. You know, and prosecutors, because a lot of people got their solicitors and prosecutors or DAs are being elected as well. And this is the time where you see when they come up for election and whoever party is in charge, this is how the DA sometimes react to what DAs are some of the most political people. Even though they're supposed to be working to protect everybody, if they look at certain politics that's happening, the DA more formally will decide how they take a case and how hard they work a case based on who's in office, based on the politics of the community. You can get a good DA, or you can get a DA that's working to keep his damn job, and so he goes along the party line, what the community wants, and hell with what you need done for your family. Unfortunately, went to the monthly crime watch meeting with mayor in attendance, but less than 15 people attended. Wow, wow. And those are, and guess what? The people that needed to be heard, the people that complaining and crying weren't there, right? They were not there, but they're hurting more than anybody else. Wow. Dang, Susan Lucci don't look well. Sure. Susan Lucci, is Susan Lucci still alive or did she pass away? I think that's all my children. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at Hell's Kitchen as well, and I saw Susan Lucci. I don't know if she's still alive or what. Um, Good morning, Grateful says coffee no cream. These meetings were posted on stop signs so people were aware of these meetings. Yep, but they're not invested in it as well until it hits home. People not invested in these meetings, ungrateful, unfortunately, if they don't feel the direct impact, sometimes they're not interested. If they don't feel something, if it doesn't impact them directly, people just not going to do it. It has to have some type of direct impact. As long as it's not happening to them and not me, at this point, they're good. But it's going to get worse. I'm promising you. I hope and I pray not. But there are people out here that are going to feel it, based on income, social status, and so they're going to be the first ones to feel it. Based on community, social economics, they're going to be the first one to feel it each and every time. The communities that have the highest impact of being, unfortunately, socioeconomics and their communities are not getting what they deserve, they're the ones that are going to feel it. And then the people in that community are going to feel it as well. The ones that are trying to make it, because when you start to be impacted socially, economically, and you start to lose things, you're going to put that on. Eventually, people that are working, people that are trying to keep things going, are going to feel the community because, hey, some people being denied because they don't no jobs, no money. They're going to impact you by coming for your stuff. Oh, Susan is 79 years old. What it did is that person are tired and feel nothing is going to change. That's exactly what happens. Or it's a waste of time. I understand both sides. One must still show up in numbers. Most of that I believe, yeah, people get discouraged. Some people get discouraged, and some people don't come because of fear. You have a community of, I don't know how everybody else's community is, but sometimes people don't go speak to these crime things because you have people, especially in certain places, a lot of people don't show up to crime meetings because you may have plants there that are watching to see what you're going to say about your neighborhood. Unfortunately, y'all know, living in Chicago, there are a lot of people that stepped up for their community, unfortunately, that were unalived. Their kids were either unalive. There's a lot of older ladies in Chicago that were community leaders that were unalived in Chicago. Nobody made a big deal, but these were the ladies that showed up at the crime meetings. These are the ladies that were speaking up for their neighborhoods. These are the ladies that were doing the walk through the neighborhood, through the nights and stuff. Y'all remember those ladies, that two ladies that were killed, excuse me, unalived, that were voices in the community trying to get things to change, they lost, they may have lost a loved one to crime violence, and they started walking and doing things to try to keep the community safe, and they unalived them. This is what drives the fear. Some people don't want to show up to these meetings. They don't. I know, working on it. Sometime it'll come out. Do you think people aren't interested because their elders over never model involvement in the community? I don't know. I think it's, again, so many different things play an impact in it. Not only did the elders may have given them something, but once you've been beat down, once you live in a community that you don't see change over time, you see more horror, more crime, more hurt. Nobody cares. It's like Ice Cube said in the movie that what is it? Boys in the Hood. Either they know or they don't care, right? And it comes a time where some people just, young people become discouraged, older people, and then the talk at the barbecue and the talk at the kitchen table become discouragement, and we don't have that push going anymore. You don't see the people going. The older people are afraid to leave the house. They don't want to go to the community centers anymore and speak up because, as again, it's according to where you are in your community. If your community is crime ridden and you are the victims of your own people, you're not going to show up at those meetings all the time, right? You're not going to show up to those meetings all the time because you're the victim. You're being victimized by the very same people that live in your community. So yeah, my window was busted out, and I saw a vocal presence. I won't be stopped. Yeah, see, people, you won't be stopped, but there are other people that, once somebody starts to instill fear, attacking you, your people in your community attacking you, you bringing problems, you causing problems, and because sometimes you can bring a police presence to your community, and they don't want that, so your own people will start to attack you because you did get police increase in your community, and you do get the police up on your street. Now, if the police are doing bad things, they may blame you. And the police are keeping crime down, and they can't sell their drugs, and they can't stand on the corner, they're going to blame you. So you in a no-win situation, many cases, right? Because you bring the community, you may have gotten things in your community popped up. You may have got the police in your community, but how did the police come in your community? Did they come when they had the police increase in your community because of you going to the meetings and y'all asking the mayor or the governor or whomever to increase police presence in your community because of crime? Two things are going to happen. People are going to appreciate it, but then the police start to act a certain kind of way. They're not good. They're not good policing. Or you're going to get hit by people that are mad because you interfering with their money making. So sometimes it's a no-win situation, but you still got to have that voice. That's the fear in these communities sometimes, that depends on police, but then you're combating the police and you're combating the crime, and the people that commit crimes in your neighborhood, the drug dealers, the thieves that want the police out of the neighborhood so they can commit their crimes against you. So what do? You move. You get the hell up out of here like I did. When I saw things coming my way, when I saw the block that I lived on, I got the hell up out of there. I had to leave. I got the hell up, excuse my language, I got the heck up out of Chicago, downtown South Side, and went to the suburbs. I'm like, no time for me to go. So that's what you have, the flight as well. You have the flight, and a lot of people off. Like, I think at one point in time, the census showed that there are people leaving Chicago at mass exit. You had the white flight, and now you have a mass exit of people leaving Chicago. Most of the Chicago community end up in Texas. There was a big flight to Texas, and the outside of Chicago. A lot of people went to Texas, Arizona, A lot of people came down south out of Chicago. So you had first had the white flight, and now you got the just heck. I got to get up out of Chicago, you know. And people were leaving at a mass number at one point a few years ago. Now I don't know what the census is saying now, but uh, but Chicago had a downsizing. But I think, like I said, most of the people that left Chicago went into Houston. So then you took that those economics that people that feared downtown. They took whatever they had and their elements to Houston, Texas, and now you got a big problems in Houston. Houston is just as crime ridden as Chicago. Um, at south side of Chicago, because you have people that went to Wisconsin from Chicago, and was let's see what states was Wisconsin, Texas. I know Arizona, Iowa. Where else? Georgia. And not bad people. These are people that say they want to get away from crime. They want to get away from different things in Chicago. So they had a mass exodus down to Chicago. Georgia was one state, Texas, and Wisconsin, Iowa. Um, I don't know how far west they went. I don't think too many people went north. Maybe Ohio and maybe Michigan and I don't think too many people went into Indiana. But there was a mass exodus for a few years out of Chicago, out of Illinois, all in general. Because, matter of fact, some people left, a lot of people left because of the taxes. Their retirement, trying to retire in Chicago, in Illinois, was hell for a lot of people. Made a lot of money but couldn't afford to live there. Made a lot of money in Illinois, but once you try to retire there, the money was just evaporating. A lot of celebrities and stuff and people from different places said when they retired, the money started to evaporate so fast because you could live and work there, but trying to live there in retirement was kind of hard for a lot of people. But again, everybody's different. And if you guys got some comments, I'm about to get up out of here. If you agree or disagree, go ahead and leave those comments in the comment section. Hit the like button as well. I appreciate you all. I don't see if anybody's still here. I've been ranting my voice off. I thank you guys for the support, the gifts and everything. If anybody wants to say anything before I go, you agree or disagree. Grateful says she will not be stopped. She's going to keep speaking, and I know, Grateful, you keep doing that thing, because you got to keep your voice. That's who you are. People try to discourage you by breaking your windows and cutting your car tires up or sending messages through your kids and stuff like that, your family members. But you got to keep going. We can't become silent, because once we all become silent, the deed is done. Once we all become discouraged, the deed is done. Once we all become complacent and just sit down and go, this is it, this is what it is, I gotta accept it and nothing's gonna change, it's gonna just get worse, let me sit down. That is the win right there. The win is not you not going the win is not you not going to vote. The win is killing your spirit. Once you have killed the spirit of people, once you have set and beat a person down spiritually, mentally, that is the whole win. And then you're going to pass that on to your kids and your grandkids, right? Once you start to defeat the defeat, once you get a defeatist attitude and you start speaking that defeatist attitude, once you kill the spirit, once you kill the mind, once you kill the hope and the dreams, that's it. It's all over from right there. It's not you. That is it. That is a lifetime. That is the goal. Because once you start to instill that in people that had to drive one time, once you discourage the people that voted, once you discourage the people that believe in voting, the people that believe in change, once those people start to take a different type of voice, and you pass that fear, that spirit of fear on to your children, to your grandkids, we have lost the battle completely. It all is in the mind. It's killing the spirit, the hope, the dreams. And once you defeat those things, ain't no more action needed. It's dead to it's dead. When you don't have a belief or hope anymore, that's all you got to do, Kimberly. Kill the dream, kill the belief, kill the hope, because that's what moved our spirits. That's what moved our forefathers' spirit. Hope, belief, and dream to overcome, to stand strong in anything, no matter what. We don't give up. We will. Our blood has been shedded in the soil, and once you done beat all that down, because y'all call it old heads. Once the old heads have stopped speaking, stopped encouraging, stopped believing, and everything is still in fear, I don't care, it's all dead and gone. That's it. That is it. That is all. That is all. That is all that is needed. That's it. That's the goal. The big picture is to kill your spirit. Your belief and your hope for a better future, not only for you, but for your grandkids. See, this is not about right now. This is about from 10 to 15 to 20 years from now. You see, because Trump is building his future for his generation that's not even here. Do y'all understand me? Trump is not considered right about right here and right now. His days are numbered. When I say his days are numbered, he got more days behind him and then in front of him. So he is building for future generations. He's building for generations that have not even not even being thought of yet. While we sitting back thinking about tomorrow, he's already 10, 20 years ahead of us. So we now take this defeatist attitude right now, and that's what you instilling, and that's what your kids are seeing, that's what your grandkids are seeing. We don't vote, we don't speak, we don't have a voice anymore, we don't care. Nothing's going to change. That's the seed that is going to be planted and carried and grown and nurtured for a lifetime. The devil was a lie. I want to have a great spirit. I'm Satan follower. So let me help you out, Satan follower. You're in the wrong chapter. You're in the wrong place right now. So let me help you out. I'm not even going to entertain you. That's what has made me to keep moving despite any circumstance. There you got to go. You got to keep moving. When you don't have hope, when you don't have belief or hope. Just as my community vocal presence and work has reaped more benefit than losses. Yes, there you go. Grateful too. You're just walking around dead. Yep, become a zombie. The zombie apocalypse. Everybody thinking with the zombie apocalypse, you're looking for zombies. The zombie apocalypse started already. You know what the zombie apocalypse to me is? Fentanyl. The drugs that are killing our community, people in our community. Fentanyl is the zombie apocalypse. People walking around looking like zombies. That's the drugs in the community called fentanyl. And then people when are walking around jobless and hopeless. That's the zombie apocalypse, right? We're looking for zombies to be like 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 we see in TVs. Nope. Zombies right among us right now. Okay? We look at the people on fentanyl, they move around like zombies. You look at people that have no hope, no belief, no dreams. They're walking around like zombies, empty eye, empty soul, just don't know. That's right, everyone, just stay in the good spirit and keep hope alive. In my Jesse Jackson voice, there you go, Kimberly McNeil. Keep hope alive. He knew what it took. Hope. Hope, believing, faith, trust. If we can keep those things alive in our spirit and keep it in our kids and grandkids' spirit and don't let them see us falter, don't let them see us to a point of fear that we become stagnant. Because fear becomes stagnant, and stagnant does not grow. Fear causes people to stay in one place and don't grow. And when you become stagnant because of fear and worry, that's the issue right there. Yeah, fentanyl is the zombie, a part of the zombie apocalypse. Fentanyl is definitely, you see the zombies walking around. Look at them how they lean over and walk like zombies. They stand there until somebody either move them or they just walk like zombies. And then you listen to them speak. If they're ever in your presence, you don't understand what they're saying sometimes. They're like zombies. So that's the zombie apocalypse right there, part of it. And then the people that are walking around hopeless and no hope, no fear, no belief, they're walking around like zombies too. Care and hope for your future, that's a scripture in the Bible. Most definitely, Kimberly. You gotta keep hope and faith and belief alive. You got to. You gotta keep going out there and keep encouraging and keep the mindset. Don't discourage people from voting. Don't encourage your kids to get out there and vote to this year. Encourage your kids, your grandkids that are of age to vote this year. Do not speak it into a fact that, hey, because once we start to speak no hope, no belief, no nothing, we at the end of the we're about to put ourselves in a situation. I just seen some people walking downtown New York walking like that yesterday. It just does something to me to see someone in that state of mind. Yes, Kimberly, all over the country. My brother lives in Washington State. He says so sad. You can go downtown Seattle where everybody and all you can see 20 people walking around. Fentanyl, however you say it, is definitely still raging. And you can walk down certain communities and walk out and see just 20 people on the sidewalk standing up and just like zombies. They're just like zombies. Just like zombies. They don't fall over. They got their head cocked to the side and they're leaning. Fentanyl is a zombie drug. You might as well rename it the zombie drug called fentanyl. Okay? It's a zombie drug. Everybody look like zombies. Yeah, we all people must be out thinking we gotta get out there and vote. Most definitely, Granny K party favor. We gotta keep it going because once that seed has been planted, starts here in the mind, then it starts in the talk, and then it's planted in your heart. And once that seed, doubt and fear and I don't care and let it happen, is planted in your heart, starts to grow, and then it starts to come out of your mouth even more. Don't let that seed set in your heart like that. Don't let nothing that is going to discourage you set in your heart. Because once it's planted there, it's a heart, you got to dig it out. You got to weed it out, dig it out, kill it in your heart. Because that spirit in your heart is not going to be good. Um, or either they're dancing around erratically. Yeah. I've seen some things I've seen before that was so demonic with this drugs. I seen people move on the floor. There was a girl. Oh my God! This video that came out years ago, and this is when fentanyl started to make its presence, big time, and it looked demonic. Some people didn't know what it was, but it took over these people's body. Um, and the lady was on the because they start doing movements that are just crazy, right? Things that are unbelievable. Girl slide up the damn coke machine or slide down, and she was just out of her mind speaking, and it was I can't even watch the video. It's out there, and it seemed like a demon had just taken over her whole entire body. Is it's like a demonic spirit had just taken her over, and her body was just doing stuff that I mean, the way she came up that coke machine is like something lift her up, and she was not there. She was a zombie, and she couldn't even speak English. She couldn't even speak. It was just demonic sounds that was coming out of her body. Oh yeah, I know what you mean, Justice. Yeah, rest in peace, Lindsey Graham. Yep, we talked about Lindsey most definitely. This is our subject, but did anyone hear about Lindsey Graham? Yeah, we spoke about him early, Granny K party. We had a big old discussion about Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell. We surely did. We talked about him at great length. Rest in peace, and you know, um, shocking news. It was a cardiac arrest. They said on his way to the hospital, people monitoring. I guess the EMS announcing that he went into cardiac arrest, and they were using life saving measures while he was in EMS. So there are people that monitoring because They said that they started life-saving measures in the EMS, well, because he had went into cardiac arrest. But I'll go be praying. I won't be afraid of them. But I'll go to praying. I won't. Yeah, somebody. I think this happened just recently. A lady was in the store, and she was they. She was at. I forgot. This was on YouTube as well, or Facebook. She was on fentanyl, some type of drug, and she was speaking in a demonic fashion. And the cashier was calling the police, but the lady that was in the store started praying over her, and started praying, and telling the demon to just leave, get up out of here. You're not welcome here. She started just praying over this girl or guy. I forgot it was a girl or guy that was going through this fentanyl thing or drug thing, and she was at the counter, not even speaking English, not just speaking in this demonic fashion. And the lady said she knew what it was, so she just started to pray that the devil leave this place, is not wanted here. You got to go, get up out of this person. And all of a sudden, the person and the cashier was calling the police because he was afraid or she was afraid. They didn't know what to do. All they know, they were seeing something scary as hell. But that lady knew to pray. All she said, I know what to do, was pray. And she prayed that thing up out of that person, and the person just came back to normal, started talking like she didn't know what happened. She yeah, wasn't a fan, but praying, most definitely coffee, no cream. Yeah, she sat there. She said she could not. All she knew was to pray over this person, because the demon was just all in that person, and the person wasn't even there. A demonic spirit had taken over, and the cashier was just wild eye and just calling the police because she didn't know, he didn't know what to do. And she said the only thing I knew was to pray. And she prayed that demon right up out of that store, right up out of that person, and the person started talking like normal again, like they didn't know what took him over. She said the person went right back into speaking normal, like they didn't know what took over, like they didn't know they were taking over. Amen is grateful too. So prayer works. She said she could have ran out that store where she was witnessing. She said she could have took it off. She could have ran, but she knew she needed to sit there and know and pray. She said all she knew was to do is sit there and pray. And so, man, man, I think that's either on Facebook or YouTube. That's what they put patients out with doing. Yeah, Sarah. Fentanyl is used, and fentanyl is not just a. Fentanyl is not a drug that was developed on the streets. Fentanyl is a drug that they use to put people to sleep. Uh, but yeah, she was just like a portal for the devil to get through. Yep, yep. So whatever she did to allow the devil access to her through drugs or whatever, the devil was definitely trying to stalk fear at everybody in that store that day. But that lady knew just to pray. She knew the devil couldn't stay there once she started praying, and the devil flee, and that person came right back to their right mind. So I gotta find. Yeah, that video. She, woof. I think it was on Facebook. I think it was on Facebook. I think it was on Facebook, y'all. Mm. Oh man, nice cup of coffee. I think I'm gonna have one more cup of coffee. And that'll put me at, let's see, 10, 20. Well, normally I have like a big cup of coffee anyway. So I'm gonna drink another cup of coffee. I'm thinking I'm gonna invest. I got two Keurig machine, but I'm thinking I'm gonna get a regular coffee maker. So I wouldn't have to keep buying these capsules that are getting so expensive. I went into the store the other day, and the ones that I was paying like $6 for a box of 12, now up to $10, y'all. The one coffee that I got up to, really one coffee I like, which was the community coffee, has actually went from $6 for 12 to $10 for 12. I'm like, wow, wow. So I think I'm gonna get me a regular coffee maker and just go the old fashioned way. I get more coffee. I think I'm gonna go the old fashioned way instead of buying. I do have the cup that I also use, but I think I can get more coffee per volume if I just go the old fashioned way and get me. Yeah, coffee went up in price the past 2 weeks, y'all. Just shot up. The cheapest coffee, which was no, the community brand was $6 and some change per box. That shit is $10. Excuse my language. $10 per box now, for 12. Coffee prices. I don't know what happened. It had to be something to do with the war or the trade because the coffee price just went up out of nowhere. Uh, the cheapest box now, even for a no a name brand store name, is $8. Love brewing my. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get my regular coffee maker coffee. I'm gonna brew my own coffee. I think I'm gonna go back to the coffee maker. I'll take the Keurig to work, but I think I'm going to do the regular coffee maker. I think I get more for my money going that way from now on because the price is crazy. The price of coffee keep going up, so I'm gonna have to make an adjustment, and that is getting a regular coffee maker. You can buy the pods and yeah, I got the pod as well, but I did that for a while too, Sarah. I got a pod as well, but I figure, and I still have to stuff the pod, clean the pods, and then do it all over again. I'm just gonna get me a regular coffee maker, put the filter in, put as much coffee as I want in, make it as strong as I want. Make that sucker. I love strong coffee, and make it as strong as I want, and as much as I want. Cause, uh, yeah, because the pods are getting extremely expensive, and I did purchase. Give me a second, guys. Give me 1 second. Yes, this little that little thing right there cost me $8. I'm gonna go ahead and go buy me a regular coffee pot. Tariff or the reason? Yeah, okay, coffee. We drink a pot of coffee a day, says Granny K. Percent higher than last year, 41%. Wow, wow, coffee's high. There's three of us that drink it every day, says Granny K. So I'm yeah, this pod, filling up this pod, man. I don't. I mean, yes, it's a step in it, but I think I can get more for my money with a pot of coffee, and you can heat it up and keep it warm. Yeah, and you can keep it hot, and it's probably going to be cheaper. So I'll take the pod to work, and I'll take the Keurig to work, and But yeah, I need a bigger. I need a. Yeah, it's three of us. My dad is 93, so he ain't got nothing to do but drink coffee. Says Granny K. Yeah, and I can go ahead and buy me a nice big bag of coffee. I can make that investment, measure it out the way I want it, make it as strong as I want, and that's what I'm gonna do. So that's my plan. So now I'll have like three coffee makers in the house, and but definitely gonna get my own one that I can brew coffee like I used to. I can't stand that instant stuff. To put in a cup and pour hot water. Oh my God, my grandma used to drink coffee like that. My grandma used to drink Maxwell House. You know how you put the spoonful of coffee in your cup and then you pour hot water on it? No. Anybody still drink coffee like that? The instant coffee where you pour hot water on top of? The Maxwell House? Ugh, that is awful. That is a heck of awful. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make me some chicken today with some rice. I think I got some cream of chicken and I bought some chicken thighs and I got some chicken breasts. Um, and so Kobe got his chicken and rice with no seasoning. I think I'm gonna make me some chicken and rice. Just as that's me. Uh, Forgers, I'm okay. Old school for real. Coffee, no cream, so that's me. Boy, old school. Forgers, I don't think coffee like I don't drink coffee like that. I know what you're talking about, says Kimberly McNeil. Don't do us old folks. It's a habit. Coffee, no cream. When I moved back home, my dad's wife used to drink. I'm like, what the heck? She pouring a cup. She making coffee for everybody in the morning. I'm like, damn it, shoot, jeez. She not pull out that jar of coffee and spoon it in it and pouring hot water over it, and then making. I cannot stand bacon. That stuff you put in the microwave. The bacon pre-fried pre-made bacon and sausages. She would make that pre-made that prefab. I don't know what to call it. The stuff that you put in the microwave, the sausages and the bacon that you put in the microwave and pre-cooked. Uh-uh. I did an emergency coffee, says Granny K. My kids say, Ma, you want Starbucks. I say, taste buds can't afford to drink that. Let me tell you, coffee no cream. There was a time when I was buying. I wouldn't even buy Starbucks. Y'all know I drink Dunkin' Donuts, but every so often I'd get me a Starbucks. I wasn't just man for me to come out my pocket for $8 for a cup of coffee. Man, that was just something that I did as a treat. But man, no, no, I drank them. I got investment in Dunkin' Donuts. They should give me my own store. Dunkin' Donuts by this time should have given me my own store. I drank so much Dunkin' Donut coffee. They should give me. Y'all remember in the mornings one cup? Who still remember my regimen in the morning for almost 2 or 3 years going to work? Anybody remember? I'm gonna see if anybody remembers my order in the morning. Some people try to make fun of it, but hell, that was my morning. What was my regimen every morning going to work? Anybody remember what it was? I have 50 pounds of Dunkin' Donut coffee my daughter brought me is just here. Well, go ahead and just email that, not email, send that sucker right over here. You got 50 pounds? Coffee in the morning, always coffee. Anybody remember what it was? I haven't bought Dunkin' Donuts coffee in about a couple of weeks, maybe a month now, since I've been to Dunkin' Donuts, because it's far and few here. It's not like in Chicago. It's not like in Illinois. Yes, I don't remember what you ordered, but I remember you going to Dunkin' Donuts to get your coffee in the morning every morning. Um, Let me get a extra large cup of coffee, extra large, two creams, two sugars, two creams, two sugars, and two hazelnut, and one donut. And give me one donut, two creams, extra large coffee, two creams, two sugar, two French vanilla or two hazelnut. They don't do hazelnuts anymore, so it's French vanilla. Two French vanilla, two creams, two sugar, and one donut. But two splendors. There you go. Two splendors, not sugars. Go ahead, Grateful two splendors, two creams, two French vanillas, or two hazelnuts. That's what it was. Two splendor, two creams, two hazelnut or two French vanillas, and one donut. Then it went from not a donut anymore to a Long John. They don't do Long Johns here as well. They don't do any Long Johns at Dunkin' Donuts here. But Dunkin' Donuts are few and far. You got a Dunkin' Donut here, another Dunkin' Donut may be 30, 45 minutes away. The same thing here with also with Popeyes. There's no Popeyes on every corner, and there's no Dunkin' Donuts on every corner. It was definitely two splendors. Cream, you say Splendor. Yeah, it was two creams, two Splendors, and two French vanilla or hazelnut, and one donut. Every morning for almost 3 years, 4 years, maybe 4 years. Every morning. I don't think every morning it was a cup of coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, unless I wasn't going to work that morning. And then some mornings I'd get up and go anywhere. Anyway, so yeah. So, but now when I left Chicago, an extra large cup of coffee was $2 and some change, maybe almost up to $3. Y'all know it's almost $5 for an extra large cup of coffee. Hey Gamma, what's up? It's almost $5 for a cup of coffee, an extra large cup of coffee now. That's almost the price. I'm like, nah, that's out of my budget. That's out of my budget now. I'm not budgeting that in anymore. So that's it. What's up, Gamma? Yeah, coffee. I'm feeling okay this morning. Thank you. Coffee. I'm feeling okay this morning. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I hope you're doing better, Gamma. You had coffee this morning? Wait a minute. Do you drink coffee, Gamma? I know you drink Starbucks coffee, but do you drink regular coffee? I don't remember. Because I know you do that funny coffee. Nobody else know what you're talking about coffee. At that funny tasting order that you have at Starbucks. You still drinking coffee? Thank God says coffee no cream. Thank God says coffee no cream. Just as she's calling my name. Oh, I drink Starbucks. Y'all know I can't. Y'all let me read because I'm jumping over things. Let's see. Oh shit, she talking about you. Excuse my language. Oh. Dang, you know you can have it delivered, right? You can have your coffee delivered. There were times when I had to have Dunkin' Donuts delivered. I get it now, coffee. I saw she was talking to you. Yes, coffee. I think him cause yesterday I went through. I think him cause yesterday I went through it. Wow. Wow. Well, I'm hoping you're feeling better today, Gamma. I'm hoping you're feeling much better today. You can have that Starbucks delivered, Gamma. They'll bring it right to your door. He will do it, says Coffee No Cream. Yes, he will. Oh, man. Let me get my cup of coffee, y'all. Got another cup on the way. Oh, man. Yes, it will. Coffee. Yes, he will. I gotta buy me another thermos. Um, I call it a thermos. When's the last time y'all heard something called a thermos? Coffee cup, I mean, or a mug or something. I love the harmony over here. Love everybody. Wish we could stay like this. We are. We're in control of this. We can stay like this. Most definitely. We are in control of this situation. So we most definitely can stay like this. Thank you for the flowers, Gammas World. Appreciate that. Thank you. Most definitely can stay like this. Mm. Oh my God, that tastes so good. Y'all, let me tell you where we at now. My community coffee went up. Guess where I'm at now, y'all? I'm at the Harris Teeter brand. My taste bud is changing with the price of coffee. I'm now at Harris Teeter. Shoot me. And it's good. Coffee no cream laughing. I'm now at the Harris Teeter brand, y'all. And that's $5 a box. Oh yeah, my taste bud is on a budget. Okay. Now I already said I gave up my coffee and I tried my now things that gonna stay the same. I adjusted my coffee. I can do that. I can find coffee and I can make it what I want. I can't change the bread. I try outside of Cerealee. Gotta stay with my Cerealee. Never gonna change out my McCormick's. McCormick's gonna be budgeted in. Always gonna be budgeted in. And then I realized I'm not gonna do cheap noodles. Can't do it. Tried it. Don't work for me. Gotta stay with my Barilla or the other brand that is out there. But that store brand noodles, no sir. Never say never. Nah. Like I said, it's pretty good. Sometimes reality sets in, guys. Reality sets in, um, and there's changes that as you get older. For me personally, as I get older, I learn how to adjust certain things. Certain things I tried and it just didn't work. But as I get older, I learn how to make accommodation, learn how to adjust. You know, so it is what it is. Mm-hmm. Oh man. So what are my plans for today? I went back on my. I'm gonna post y'all. I'm gonna post my adventure on my Oculus. Um, Compromise something are going to be a must. I am a survivor. I make it happen. There you go, coffee. Compromising some things are going to be a must, and I'm a survivor. I'll make it happen. Most definitely. Most definitely. You learn to compromise as you become wiser in life, as you become wiser, smarter, and in getting everything together and looking at your future. You learn to compromise a little, adjust a little, make some changes here or there, just for your comfort. And I'm able to do that. I'm wiser, stronger, better, and thankful that I'm able to make these things that I say I couldn't do one time. Maybe I could never do this, I could never do that. And the same thing with Cerealee bread. I've tried. I've tried the different types of bread. Now there's something that probably gonna take a little bit more work, but I went right back to buying my Cerealee. Now if Cerealee gets up to $8 a loaf, we just gonna have to end up going buy to make bread. We gonna have to get a bread maker. If Cerealee gets up to $8 a loaf, we're just gonna have to, just like I have to buy a bigger coffee maker, a regular coffee maker, I will buy a bread maker. And if I don't know how, we will learn to make bread because I love bread. So I've seen Tanya make bread. I've seen a couple people make bread already on here, and I'm just gonna have to learn how to make some damn bread. Oh yeah, coffee no cream. I am a fan of Sara Lee bread. She had they had uh two for the price of one for five. I think it's four something for Sara Lee. They had buy one get one free this week. And then I went to y'all. I'm at Senior Citizen Day at Harris Teeter Thursdays. So you know I'm a senior citizen. Can I get that extra 5%, please, on each item? I'm in Harris Teeter getting my senior citizen discount. You hear me? Please give me that extra 5% off on each item. I believe it's each item. Yes. So I went and got me 2 loaves of Sara Lee bread. Buy one, get one free with the senior citizen discount. Yes, Sara Lee is delicious. Their honey wheat bread is delicious. So yeah. So I bought one. One's in the freezer and one's in the fridge. So most definitely, yeah. Using the hell out of that. Now I'm a senior now. Getting my discount everywhere Wednesday at Roses too, says call. Yep. One time I was like, I'm not saying senior citizen. I'm not gonna say senior. Senior over here, over here, over here. Senior citizen, let me get that discount over here. Yeah. Times change. Give me my senior citizen discount, damn it. Even still, I still hadn't gotten my AARP yet. AARPPR, whatever. I'm looking at that as well. One time I was in denial. I don't want to say senior nothing. Okay. I just added some to my delivery order. Okay, Gamma, let me know how you like the Sara Lee. I got the honey wheat and their nature all grain Sara Lee bread is just good altogether. It holds up longer than most bread as well. I just love it. Senior coffee. I'm getting my senior discount any and everywhere now. A year or two ago, I was like, I'm not saying it. Dang it. I'm not saying it. I don't want it. I don't care. Now today, I'm flaunting my card. Put it right on. Put it right up here. Right up here. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. And she yes. Let me get my discounts now. Mm-hmm. Let me get it when I go in. This is senior. So, most definitely. Harris Teeter has 5% off every item, I believe. Doing Senior Day or Thursdays, I think it's 5% off each item. So you can't beat that. On top of the Harris Teeter discount already program, you get that 5% on top of that as well. Nope, not at 55. I wasn't a senior until 61, maybe 61. Nope, I didn't get no discounts at 55. They started mailing that AARP stuff to you at 45 years old. What are you doing? Why are you flash flooding my mail with this ARP? I think at 40 something years old, they were waiting on you. See, it's like ARPs just sit there and like, yeah, she about to be 50 in 5 years. Let's start now. Let's start now. Let's tell her her ass is about to be old. So ARP started hitting me at 40 something years old. And I'm like, why are they doing this? I'm not even 50 yet. and they have been after me ever since. But I'm gonna go look at ARP discounts and see what they got going on. I'm about to sue AAA. I'm about to sue AAA for harassment. AAA harasses people through false things. They will send. Anybody get harassed by AAA? Has anybody ever got harassed by AAA? AAA will make you not want to deal with them at all. Even though I've had AAA before, AAA needs to be sued, and I think I'm gonna sue AAA for harassment. These people will flood your mailboxes with mail coming 20 different ways, disguised as legal mail, disguised as urgent mail, disguised as buy a car mail. AAA will harass you to death. They wasted their. I kept AAA plus. Man, AAA let me down 1 year in Chicago. My first year in Chicago, I don't know if I tell y'all this story. I had AAA going into Chicago, but I put my niece on my AAA plan. And so when I had just changed from AAA, I had another car plan that I changed from. And I went with AAA because the car plan that I had either stopped or they went up in price. It was like $300 a year. But they did everything. For some reason, I don't know if they just stopped services. I don't know why I didn't have them, but I went to AAA. Tell me how to do that, Kimberly McNeil. I keep AAA plus. But AAA don't email me. They don't email me. They mail me. They flood my mailbox. AAA do not email me. They flood my mailbox. And they disguise their mail. Sometimes blank envelopes, sometimes legal, sometimes medical. Whatever AAA is doing, they will flood you. And only time I get AAA is when I got it for free. When I got my phone, they offered me AAA for a year. Um, so I stopped. I didn't like AAA after that because when I went to Chicago, I was in Chicago at the time. First winter in Chicago. First winter in Chicago, ever. So I'm sitting there. I think my daughter's at school, so I'm by myself because my daughter's at school. I have a leather bomber on. I know I'm bundled up. First winter ever experience in Chicago. I know I'm bundled up, and I got a leather bomber on. And my silly, y'all know how I drive with gas. I drive I play Russian roulette with gas. I got enough. I'm gonna make it. But apparently that day, I played Russian roulette and lost. And so I ran out of gas in that damn cold. And I called AAA. I said, I need service. They said, you don't have any money. I said, you don't mean I paid for a year? They said, well, you done use up your services. I didn't use up my services. I didn't use anything. And I forgot I had put my niece, and she had been using the service and didn't tell me. So I'm sitting out there freezing my ass off. And I forgot how I did that. I don't know if I had to buy AAA right there again. I don't know if I had to buy it, but eventually I got them to bring somebody out, get somebody out there. But AAA argued with me like, I'm like, it's freezing out here. I'm freezing. The temperature has dropped. The car is not running. And I'm telling you, I don't give a dang. You could be wrapped up in everything in Chicago winter. Once that car starts to get cold, nothing helps. That leather bomber, whatever I had on, I became like I was in a freezer. I was probably going to die right there in that car. They would have found the big frozen lollipop right there in the car. They had a limit. They changed it to 5 call limits. I think they had it down to 3 or 4, maybe 5. But I didn't know my niece had been using it. And so when I called to use it, because you can have family members on it as well, it was nothing left. And I'm sitting there going, what? And I don't know if I had to buy. I think I may have had to pay for AAA again and have them come out there and bring me the damn gas. But it was something else. Illinois winter is hard. It's no sitting in a car, y'all get to feel that winter happening. I could imagine how people felt that 2010 when they got stuck on the South Shore, Lakeshore Drive. Remember when Lakeshore Drive got covered with snow and everybody was like freezing out there on Lakeshore Drive? I think it was 2010. I think it was winter of 2010 when Lakeshore Drive got froze. Everything came to a standstill and the cars and stuff were covered with snow. And imagine you on Lakeshore Drive near the lake, y'all, and then you got the snow coming off the lake. Then that snow is building up fast. Like if you live on the lake near, if you grew up, well, if you are in Chicago, you know how that snow and ice coming off the lake, and it blows into that big old like high piles of snow, banks of snow. Imagine that's what Lakeshore Drive had looked like. Was that winter 2011? Okay, I thought it was 2010. But the winter of 2011, I was in Chicago in 2011. I don't believe. You sure it wasn't 2010? Because I was in Chicago in 2011 as well. 2010, because I was going in 2010. I thought it was 2010. Well, 2011. Um, well, that snow. Imagine being on the Lake Michigan. Imagine being on Lake Michigan, near the lakes, on South Shore Drive, when that happened. That now I was on the south side. Let me see what part of the south side I was on. I think I was somewhere when my car stopped running. I was somewhere off of South Cottage. I was somewhere in that neighborhood of South Cottage area when my car ran out of gas. I was somewhere off that main strip, and I was freezing. My memory, don't quote me. Yeah, Coffee, you could be right. 2010, 2011, I don't remember. But anyway, that was a mess. That was a mess. Now imagine just maybe a mile or two inland when my car stopped. Maybe 3 miles in when my car stopped. And freezing just like that. Chicago winters ain't nothing to play with. And I never want to feel nothing like that again. So after learning that, I started carrying around shovels, blankets, hand warmers, feet warmers. I kept my car full of stuff, everything for the winter in Chicago. My trunk was full of everything. I was never going to get caught like that again. Okay. Then I started buying thermals and stuff for the winter. So, yeah. Sometimes if you buy it on one day, they will make you wait 24 hours before you can see before you can use it. Says this gamma. I don't know why how I got them to come out there, but I know I was able to get AAA to come out. I don't know if I was able to buy it that same day, and the lady worked it out, but somehow I got AAA to come out. But they were like, "We're not sending anybody out there because you don't have. We had to use everything up." But somehow she did something, but I know I got AAA out there after they were telling me I didn't have any more to use. So I'm not sure how that worked out, but AAA got their behind up there. So they were able to get the gas to me. So I don't know if she did something special or whatever, or I had to pay whatever services, but I got them out there to come get me and bring me my gas. What's up, Kobe? What's up, boy? Oh man. So, yep. Gamma, are you supposed to come on at 12 o'clock Eastern or 12 o'clock your time? What time are you coming on, Gamma? 12 o'clock Eastern or 12 o'clock your time? Justice, please don't write on a prayer. Send too many tragedies. I know, Coffee Cream. That's always been me. I play Russian roulette with the gas. I will drive it, and I need to stop doing that. But I've always done that. No, I had gotten out of doing that one time because my dad was getting on me. He's like, you should never. Not. At one time, I did get out of doing that because my dad was like, don't you ever let your car get past half. My dad was on me hard about that. So I think at one time I may have adjusted because my dad was riding me hard about driving with little to no gas in the car, and he always stated, uh, he always told me, don't go less than half a tank. It saves you. It saves you on get money on money. It saves you with money, and it also keeps you from getting into trouble. But my dad always had, he never liked the idea of me driving less than a half a tank. You got to have a half a tank in your car. Guys here broke down, no gas, and was hit sitting in the car, no chance on the highway. Wow, nothing, no cream. Yep, yeah, that's the chance. Yeah, that's the chance I've been taking, and so most definitely, what is this? Okay, 1 p.m. my time. So 1 p.m. your time. 1 p.m. your time. So that'll be 2 o'clock my time. Okay, that'll be 2 o'clock my time. 2 o'clock Eastern. 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Midwest. 1 p.m. Central. It's Central, right? Yeah, Central Standard Time. So it'll be 2 o'clock p.m. Man. Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna go check. I've been on here over 2 hours, guys. I'm gonna go check on Kobe right quick and see what's going on. Your dad was right. Most definitely, coffee. Always right. My dad wasn't too wrong about too many things. What's today's date? The day is July what? My sister's anniversary, July 18th. I think it's July 18th when she passed away. My baby sister's anniversary is coming up, and then my twin sister's coming up in August. Oh boy, 2 tough months. Yep. So y'all have a great day, y'all. I appreciate y'all support. Y'all check out this Gamma's World at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Gamma is doing a Bible study or Bible read, the Bible chat with Gamma at 1 p.m. Also, thank you, Blue. Blue is another content creator that came in today. Thank you, Blue, as well for coming. All everybody that came in, thank you. It's Gamma, Blue, uh, Granny K Party Favors. Y'all check out these content creators as well. Um, Coffee No Cream, thank you for coming in. Thank you all for coming in today, and I appreciate y'all support. Don't Who was here? Oh, Lady D was in the house, y'all. Lady D, thank you. Coffee No Cream, it's Gamma's World. Grateful too, thank you for coming in. Kimberly McNeil, thank you. Thank you guys for coming in, and thank you all for y'all support. Um, Let me make sure I got everybody. Boop 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 boop. Grateful too, Sarah. Thank you as well. Thank you, Sarah, for coming in and engaging. Thank you, Sarah. Coffee No Cream. It's Gamma's World. Granny K Party Favors. And I gotta go check on Kobe. Kimberly McNeil. Thank you as well. Thank you, grateful to Kimberly McNeil. I'm trying to get all these names down, y'all. Thanking everybody that came in and engaging as well. Okay. Okay. I wish there's a way. Blue Eyes. I said Blue Eyes. Y'all check out Blue Eyes. Uh, Bluest Eyes. Y'all gotta check out Bluest Eyes. Another content creator. And I'm hyped to get up here, y'all, so I can go check on my dog and see what's going on. Kobe, I'm coming. Let me come and check, see what's up. Y'all, let me get up out of here. Thank you all. And I'll see y'all later. Y'all check out It's Gamma's World at 1 p.m. I'll see y'all later.